My name is Mackenzie Lieberman. I'm super excited to be with you today to talk to you all about Instagram automation through ManyChat. Today, millions of Instagram users message businesses every day via Instagram messages, which means businesses on Instagram must have a strong marketing and communication channel directly with their customers. But managing a high volume of conversations definitely comes with its challenges. All conversations on Instagram are unfortunately manual. And managing conversations manually can be a big hassle and time suck. And that's the beauty of Instagram automation by ManyChat. In our Instagram course, you'll learn the basic Instagram automation features and apply them to specific use cases like building out an FAQ, delivering coupons, generating leads from ads, and so on and so on. It may seem like a lot to cover, but don't worry. We will walk you through step by step on how to build your Instagram automation flow. So, you ready to dive in? Great. Let's go. I'm going to show you how to connect your ManyChat account to your Instagram. If you've selected Instagram during your onboarding experience with ManyChat, then you'll already have connected your Instagram account as part of that process. But if you already have a ManyChat account or want to add a second Instagram account to ManyChat, then you'll want to go to Settings in ManyChat, then under Channels, click on Instagram. Then once here, pretty simple, you click the Connect button. And you'll see this will come up with the Instagram account that you have connected to your Facebook page. Then you just click on Connect. And there you go. So let's head on over to the next lesson. The cool thing with live chat is that you can chat with all of your Instagram people in one spot. So that includes people who message your Instagram, as well as any story mentions. So this allows you to instantly chat with users from all different parts of Instagram. All incoming live chats come into here, and that includes all the different platforms. So Instagram, Messenger, SMS, etc. But let's say you want to filter people based off of certain aspects. Maybe it's a custom field or a tag or whatever. You can filter them by this little button here. And I actually already have this tag opted in for IG, and this is all the IG people. But if you see, if I remove this and hit apply, there's much more here. So there's both Messenger and Instagram here. And then, like I said, you can do a tag, you can do all these different things. You know, you could segment people who have given their email, who haven't given their email, lots of different ways, whatever works best for your business. You can do a lot of different things with live chat. You can send a flow to a specific user. You can also pause automation. So in this example, I'm going to just send a flow to myself, an Instagram flow. So let's just do this one here. The message is ebook. So let's send that. You'll see this is kind of the preview of the first one. And there we go. So saying, hey, I'm glad you're interested in the ebook. Do you want it here or deliver to your email? That's great. Like if I had said, hey, I'm interested in getting an ebook or the ebook you've been talking about. How do I access that? It makes it super simple for you to just manually send it to them that way. Now, another thing you can do is pause automations. Let's say maybe there's a client's customers within live chat that I'm just like, I don't want any automation to send them to them, or I want to pause it because we're currently in a back and forth about, maybe tracking or looking for their order, things like that. So you can actually go over here and click on pause automation and hit this plus 30 minutes, and it will increase it, or you can turn it off when you're done by clicking that. Now, know that if you have this paused and you click to go send an automation, it will cancel that pause automation. So just an FYI for that. Another little trick that you can do is with utilizing the 24-hour rule to your benefit. Let's say you have a person in live chat that you just, for whatever reason, do not want them to receive any automation at all going forward for at least the next day, right? That until they initiate with the chatbot again. So what you can actually do is hit this pause automation plus 30 minutes enough time so it gets to 24 hours or 23, it actually goes to 23 hours, 59 minutes and 59 seconds. And then once it gets there, you'll know that it's past that 24-hour window. So that is also a use case of pause automation if that is something that you need to do specifically for a person. So another cool thing that you can do is see the interactions from the person. Of course, the messages that they send, but also in Instagram, users can heart your message and you can actually see it in the live chat. So let me show you what that looks like here. I'm going to double tap one of these messages and it's going to show the heart. So you see I hearted it right there. You can see that extra engagement. That way you know if a contact inside of your live chat likes a specific message that you sent, as that's part of the engagement. The other thing that is really interesting is you can actually see if somebody sends you a message and then deletes that. And send this message to the page. I'll say hi there. There it is. So then if I delete this, unsend, it says the message was deleted. This is really beneficial because that way your live chat agent or yourself will know that there's a piece of the message missing. Another part that you should know about is what user roles for ManyChat can use live chat. To find out, you just go to settings and you go to team, and then pretty much it is admin, editor, live chat agent. So it's all of those. The viewer is the only one that cannot use the live chat. So now I want to mention too a couple things for best practices. Make sure that you are responsive to people who are sending you a message. Now, one big thing I want to mention about response, and with as the example, the pause automation. So let's say you have the default reply set up that will just go off anytime somebody messages your Instagram account, no matter what time of day it is, right? You just have that. But of course, if you're responding back and forth, let's say that the pause automation is on because I don't want the default reply to be going off every time I reply to the person in live chat. Well, just to keep in mind, if you reply to users anywhere else besides here in ManyChat's live chat and they reply back to you, this pause automation will not be on. So there might be a chance of automation interrupting your conversation, which doesn't look that great. Someone sends a message saying, hello, I want to know where my order is. The default reply kicks in saying, hi, thanks for your message. We'll get back to you as soon as possible. And you reply to them through the Facebook page inbox or through the Instagram app and say, oh, sure, what is your order number? They reply back with the order number. Because you're replying outside of ManyChat and the pause automation is not paused, they reply back with like order 11232. Then it'll kick in the default reply again, and that doesn't look all that great. So keep that in mind. Now that we've got live chat covered, let's head on over to our next lesson to see even more features you can use with Instagram. Flow Builder is an intuitive visual editor that's unique to ManyChat, and it lets you build and personalize your automated conversations with messages, actions, transitions, integrations, and so much more, all without coding on your end. With Flow Builder, you're able to automate your messages quickly and visually so you can have better response times with your customers without adding more to your plate. But before you have the flow work for you, you need to know Flow Builder basics and how to set it up. So in this video, I'm going to be going over how to build some basic flows in Flow Builder for Instagram. To access Flow Builder, you want to go to automations here on the left-hand side, which will then automatically put you in the flows area. We'll create a new flow. So what you want to do is click this plus new flow. When you click it, you'll see some of these quick campaign flow templates here. Once you're building your own flows though, you can start a flow from scratch by clicking the plus create empty flow. You want to create a name for it, then you hit create. Once you're in the Flow Builder, you'll always see a starting step and a message block connected to it as the foundation of all your flows. Then from this part, you can build out your entire conversation with messages, logic, actions, conditions, and eventually you'll end up with a visual flow map of what the entire conversation looks like to your customers. So your starting step here is what triggers the connected message in your flow to send. You can double tap on the gray canvas area here, and you'll see the options that you can add, or you can click the blue circle with the white plus, and this drop-down menu will allow you to also add the same things. So we'll first create an Instagram message and connect our starting step to this message. We can delete this messenger message since we're going to be working with Instagram in this example. First, create an Instagram step and then connect this, and then that's where you can then delete the messenger message. You'll see that an Instagram message already includes a text block where you can type your message here. You can include text, you can also include emojis, and as well as coupon codes. By clicking here, you can then put the coupon codes there, or you can choose a list of custom fields like their first name. Hello there, and then put their first name like that. And you can actually also add reply options in the form of quick reply buttons for customers to choose from and take them down different automated paths in your flow depending on their response. So you could say, and you can do a quick reply. Yes, I would. No, thank you. You can also add action steps in your flow. Then you just click on actions. And then this is where you can choose from all the different action options that there are. So you can see there's a whole list of actions that you can add in the step, and you can have multiple actions also in the same step. So if you do add tag, you could add a tag there, as well as mark conversation is open. So you can have multiple action steps in one box here. And we can actually create a tag that, let's say, wanted a discount code. So interested in discount code. So then that way they'll get this tag before they move to the next step, so we can track these customers. Another thing you can do is add an image block. So you click here and make sure you're choosing Instagram because we're sticking with Instagram here, and you just click on image. And here you can either upload an image, or if you have an image that is online, like let's say from your website, you can just click here and then put in the image URL here in this box. Another amazing feature is the user input block. This allows you to ask customers a question and anticipate their reply type. You can choose the expected reply type by clicking here, and you can see the list of options that you can choose from. So if you're asking customers for their email address, you'll set the reply type as email. And you'll see it'll automatically save it to the system field for you to retrieve and use later. And finally, the delay block allows you to add a specified delay between messages so you can control the pace of how messages fire. So I'll show you how that works. So let's say they gave their email. So we're gonna do another message here and say, okay, great. Here is your discount code. Then we can wait or do a delay block by doing smart delay. Let's just wait an hour and then follow up with them with another Instagram message that says, hello, first name. Were you able to use your discount code? Then you can add a quick reply. Yes, I did. No, not yet. Then let's say, here you have a message like, wonderful. Let's say this, you want to give the coupon code again. Duplicate this. You can just hit this and duplicate it. And then you can just modify it a little bit so it makes sense. No worries. Here's your discount code. There you go. And the cool thing with Flow Builder also is that you can maneuver these blocks around wherever you would need. That makes it more user-friendly for you. You just hit Shift and then you drag your mouse. You click on your mouse and you drag it, and then that will allow you to select the blocks that you have there, and you can move them around. Also allows you to duplicate them. So that way you're not having to recreate items from scratch every single time. You can actually reuse some of the messages that you've created already. So that will definitely save you a bunch of time. Another cool feature is the auto arrange. So let me just kind of maneuver this around, and let's just say that this is kind of looks not in line, right? But if you click this nifty little magic wand tool, it will auto arrange the steps so it's in better alignment. So as you can see, the Flow Builder is a really intuitive way to build out your automated conversations, resulting in this amazing bird's eye view of your messages. But there's still more to unpack with the Flow Builder. So in the next video, I'll be going over a breakdown of the Flow Builder and using the features to build out a real flow with a business use case so you can see this powerful feature in action. So I'll see you in the next video. In this video, I'll be going over a breakdown of the Flow Builder features for Instagram in a bit more detail, using action steps, randomizers, smart delays, and conditions to string your conversation together. Now, if you haven't watched the Flow Builder basics video that I've previously made, I highly recommend that you do so. One of the first things that you want to set up is your default reply. This is a really good place to automate replies to some of those questions to save you time. So your default reply for Instagram can be accessed by going to Settings, then Instagram. Next to default reply, click Edit. For our default reply, we'll build out a menu with an FAQ we want to automate and a way for customers to get in touch with customer support. These are predefined responses for customers to choose from that take them through an automated path of your flow. Let's hit Edit here. And let's say you get a ton of DMs about your next product launch, and so we want to automate a conversation for this. We'll create a quick reply button for next product launch and one for customer support as a second option. See here. So I say, hello, first name. Choose from one of the options below. So for product launches, let's say that we want to tag users that click this option as they have high potential to purchase. So we're going to add what's called an action step here, and then you can see that there's a list of actions that you can take when customers click this option. So we're going to choose add tag called interested in launch so that we can track these customers. And then as a next step, let's include an image of what our next product is going to be and ask the customers for their email so that we can email them for the next launch. So choose the image here, and now we'll ask them for their email. Then we choose email, and it automatically saves it. And we'll say, okay, great. There's this awesome feature here called if contact has not responded. Let's say we want to follow up with them after 5 hours if they haven't yet given their email. Create the user input to expire after 5 hours. Then after they have not given their email within 5 hours, if you click here, then we can do another message that asks them, then giving them options. So when they say, yes, I want to know, duplicate this and create a new one. And we'll take that off of there. Okay, wonderful. Then that's all the same. See, so duplicating that allows me to have this all set up so I don't have to recreate that. No thanks. Then we can say, and then same thing here. Next step, we'll go here. You can only interact with customers in Instagram within 24 hours of their last interaction with your brand. So gathering this additional contact information like email is a good way to re-engage them later. Now, if we want to get a little more advanced, there is a randomizer that you can include in your flow to A/B split test different messages for optimization. So let's say we want to A/B split test different product launch images to see which one performs better. So we'll go back over here, and this is where we will do the A/B split test since we have the image here. So if you click this and then you click on randomizer, then there's A/B. So 50% of the traffic will go to this image and then 50% will go to this one. So again, I just want to duplicate this. And then we'll change out the image. So we'll see with the A/B split test if the red or the blue does a better job at getting the intended result of having people give their email. So because we had this duplicated, it also expires in 5 hours. So what we can do, just so that way we get a better idea of stats, is we can actually duplicate this one as well. And then just go here, and then no thanks can be click here. So we can see the stats also of not only which one gives more emails, but also of those who don't give the emails, which one says, yes, I want to know more. So next, I'm going to show you how condition blocks work. So condition blocks check whether a contact has met a condition to personalize the message and decide which pathway to move them forward based on these conditions. So let's use the customer service quick reply option for this. We'll do something simple like checking to see if a customer is tagged as a VIP customer, so we differentiate the messaging if they are. So click here and choose condition. Now we can actually tag VIP customer. So if they are tagged as VIP customer, then we can give them a different message based off of that tag. Hello, our favorite VIP customer. And then this one can have a different message depending on that condition because they are not a VIP customer, so it can have a totally separate message for them. The last thing we're going to do here is open this conversation up in live chat by adding an action step and selecting mark conversation as open. So we'll do it this way here, action step, mark conversation as open, and we can just connect both of them. And then once somebody goes through this, it will mark their conversation as open. And there you have it, a basic breakdown of Flow Builder and its capabilities. There's really an endless number of things you can do in Flow Builder, which we'll dive into in later sessions. So head on to the next lesson to learn more about these amazing Instagram features. Instagram comments. This feature is a great way to get your customers into your automation just from having them comment on one of your Instagram posts. So to build your Instagram comments, there's two ways to go about it. One is growth tools, or if you've already got the flow created, then you can do it from the flow itself. I'm going to show you right now from the growth tools. So clicking on growth tools, click on new growth tool, scroll down to the bottom, Instagram comments. So in this example, I'm going to show how to set up an Instagram comments growth tool for a giveaway. So on the Instagram profile, we have a post that is talking about a giveaway. And so this is a great use case for a lot of different industries out there where you can do some sort of giveaway to get people excited about your brand. So when you have the giveaway post, you can ask a question like, to enter into the giveaway, let us know below your favorite X. Something along those lines that is related to your brand or the product. Now to show you, this is what the post is that we have on the page. Saying we're giving away this jacket for free to 3 lucky followers. Comment jacket in the comments below and tag 3 of your friends to enter the contest. So that's another way to do it. My suggestion, if you're running any sort of paid traffic, is that you have an open-ended question. With this same post, you can say, comment below with your favorite place that you would want to wear this jacket. The comments are not identical, so that way your posts do not get flagged by Facebook for engagement bait. So keep that in mind. So once they comment on the post, you want them to receive the automation. So here, this is where you create the message itself. So this way, you can get their contact information, so then that way they can be notified if they're a winner. Email. Perfect. Then okay, so now that we have the flow created, now let's go back to the settings of the actual growth tool. So here's where you can choose either a specific post or all posts. So in this instance with the giveaway, we want it just to be on one specific post. But you can have the option of all posts. The other thing you can do is choose specific keywords that either it will only trigger for or that it won't trigger for. So in this instance, like with what we saw on the post where it says comment with jacket below, this is where we would put in here jacket. So then you want to click on select a post, and then you just click on here and it'll select it like that. Then you want to hit save, and then make sure you hit publish. Now let's see this in action. Okay, so here's the post. I'm gonna hit the comment. I'm gonna say jacket, hit post. There it is. Thanks for entering our contest. We'll announce the winners next week. And then you just hit the enter now. Then it'll say, great, reply with your email below. Perfect. So that is how you build your Instagram comment automation. Let's head on over to the next lesson. We'll see you soon. So these conversation starters are a great way to prompt new contacts or customers to start a conversation with your business. What they consist of are 4 options of predefined buttons that you can customize, which will appear to Instagram users messaging your business for the first time. The cool thing is you're able to automate the responses to these conversation starters, and then of course, automate the rest of the conversation as well. So if you go under settings and then under channels here, click on Instagram, and you'll see here conversation starters. So then you just hit edit. And then the first time you're setting this up, these will be blank. They won't be here. But as you can see, these are already set up that you can see now what it looks like to a user when they go to message your page and your business for the first time. Click on add a question, and then you can type in your question here. So it could be anything that's related to your business. Where is my purchase? And then if you've already created a flow inside of ManyChat that will answer this question, then you can just choose select existing. But if you haven't yet, then you can click on this create new message. And for this, you can say whatever works to answer that question. So if you have like where a product is and you don't have automated tracking, then you can just tell them to find out the latest on your shipment, send us an email. Then you hit publish. You go back to conversation starters and you'll see it's here, right? So it's already blue, so that means it's ready to go. But the last thing you want to do is click update, and then also make sure it's enabled. So then that way conversation starters will show up the next time somebody goes to DM you on Instagram for the first time. So that's it with conversation starters. So let's now head on over to the next lesson to learn more. One of the main ways that you can actually initiate Instagram automation is through triggering keywords inside of ManyChat. you can set certain keywords that trigger a conversation when typed by an Instagram user. So first, with the sidebar, you go to automation, and then you click on keywords, and you'll see the list here of keywords. Includes Instagram, includes Messenger, all the different channels, and then the reply. So to create a new one, you can click this plus new keyword. And then here's where you type in the keyword. Now, if you want to have multiple keywords that will fire off the same thing, then you want to separate them by comments. It will then fire it off no matter which one they send. You can also throw in an emoji. So then what you'll do is hit Instagram for the channel, and then you want to create keyword, and then either choose, if you already have a flow that's similar that you want to fire off, then you can click on select existing or create a new reply. So we'll just create a new reply. So I'm just going to say same thing back. Hello there. Okay, so then I'm just going to publish it. Now let me go back to keywords here, because there's a couple other things I want to go over. So of course you can have it toggle on or off. So like, let's say you're doing a certain giveaway and there's going to be only a time frame that you want to have it going for. Make sure you turn it off if you need to have it stop after a certain amount of time. This part here, this message is. So depending on how you have this set up, it will fire off the keyword or it won't. Like if they said, hello Fletcher Goods, it wouldn't fire it off. The message is just hello. Then this would not send. But if you chose message contains, and then it has one of these, then it would then send this. But keep in mind, message contains, like this right here, if somebody wrote high, like H-I-G-H, like that price is too high, then it would send this because the message contains those two letters, right? So you wouldn't want to send that. But if you wanted to only send it if the message contains one of these words, like originally what I said, hello Fletcher Goods, then you want to choose message contains whole word. The other thing is, if hello Fletcher Goods, if you want that to fire off as well, you could choose message begins with, because it begins with hello. So that is one important thing to keep in mind when you're creating this. The other thing you want to potentially keep in mind is the order. So let's say you had two types of keywords that were similar, but you have one that you want to have precedence over the other. So if it's above the other one, then this one will fire over this one. As you can see, keywords are super beneficial. You can definitely use them for numerous reasons, as I've shown. All right, there you have it. We'll see you in the next lesson. So if you weren't aware, Stories is a popular functionality on Instagram. So the fact that you can actually use story mentions as a trigger to your automation is super next level. So to build your story mention trigger, you go to settings on your dashboard, then you click on Instagram under channels, and then you see this story mention reply. So you click edit. And when you create this for the first time, it'll be blank. But here we've already had one set up. You can have whatever you would like. You could provide a coupon code. You could provide really anything in response to people mentioning your Instagram in their story. So now let me show you what it looks like from a user's point of view. I'm just going to create a story, and I'm just going to say, so I mean, it can be anything like that that someone mentions. Just hit next and hit send to story. Done. So now what you can see, it gave me a message. So let's click here. It says, thanks for the mention. If you haven't yet, please join our email newsletter where you can learn about the latest gear, camping tips, and when we have special offers. So there you go. So it shows the story there, and then that is the reply. And then if you didn't notice, the reply that we created right here, mark conversation is open, so it will be in the live chat if you have that set up. And you can see here it is as well. And you can actually see the story that they posted as well, as long as it's still active. That's how you build your story mention trigger and what it looks like when it comes through to the user. All right, let's head on over to the next lesson. We'll see you there. Over 4 billion businesses are using story ads. That's mind-boggling. Well, the reason why is because story ads that emphasize the call to action perform 89% better than other story ads. So how can you outperform your competition? Well, it's pretty simple. By running a story ad and telling viewers to message you with a certain keyword. So you're instantly interacting with the user. So it's a win-win situation. So to successfully run story ads, there's a few things you need to do. So first, you need to have the content for the story. So that could be either a video, it could be an image, and it could be a video of you yourself talking, or it could be a slideshow. So if you've never created a story ad before, my suggestion is to use Canva. And this is the one that I'm using for the demo. And then I just put in here 30% off flash sale this weekend only. DM us with the keyword discount. So that way it's giving that call to action in the image itself. So once you have the content for the creative of the story ad, then you want to go create this keyword. So once in ManyChat, you go to automation, and then you go to keywords, and then you can go new keyword. And then down here, you're going to want to put in call to action keyword. So you select channel of Instagram, then you create keyword. You just hit create new reply. And this is where then you can give them their discount code. My suggestion is to ask for their email first using user input. So you're collecting that information from them. But then once you do that, you can then give them the discount. You can say weekend. And then you can say, go here to use your discount code. And then you put in your website. Then that way it will send them this message, and then they can click the link to go and use the discount code. So then you hit publish. Now you go to the ad itself. So in the ad, you want to hit create. And because we're asking people to DM you with a keyword, you don't necessarily need to have it with a specific campaign objective, but you can do brand awareness, you can do reach. Those are the main ones, or video views if the video is part of the story creative. So I'm just going to do brand awareness on this one, and then hit continue. And then you're going to want to go under ad set. You can choose the budget, and then you can choose the targeting of who you want to see your ad. But then under here, you're going to hit manual placements, and then you're going to take off everything. And then here, just do Instagram stories, and then you can take this off and this off as well. And there, you can have Instagram stories, take that off. There it is, sweet. Then in the ad, this is where you will add the creative that you just created or that you've recorded separately. So you can click on add media, upload. So once it's uploaded, you can see it's here in the preview. You don't have to have a primary text since you have your text in the creative itself. And then once you're done, then that's where you can hit publish, and then that will publish your ad to Instagram stories from your page. So that is how you set up an Instagram story ad that will then have the call to action of having them DM your Instagram account with a keyword. Now let's head over to the next lesson. We'll see you soon. Amazingly, now we can actually run paid traffic to your Instagram automation through message template ads. 1, you get to target your ideal audience. 2, it's all automated, right? So it saves you a lot of time. You don't have to manually reply. You can actually utilize that automation to your benefit. So in this example, I've already created a flow that is giving a 30% off discount code named weekend. And then I give the URL for them to click to go and use that discount code. But for them to get into this flow itself, what we're going to utilize are Instagram keywords to get them in here. We'll create the keyword, go to Instagram, keyword, And I'm actually going to create two. So there's one I'm going to say is discount, and you'll see why I'm doing two here in just a second. And then the other one is going to be I want 30% off. And I'm going to actually copy this, and you'll see why too here in just a second. Copy. Okay, so then I'm going to hit create, and that's saved. So it's gonna be either message is discount or I want 30% off. So then in the Facebook ad side of things, I'll show you how to actually set up the message template ad there. So once you're here, you're gonna hit create under campaign, and you're gonna choose messages. So that's how you get into Instagram, where you can send the traffic into Instagram DM. Once here, you're going to want to click on new ad set. And in the ad set, you're going to want to make sure that this Instagram direct is checked and not messenger. Make sure that you have your Instagram profile chosen. You can choose the budget and a schedule for your ads. The next will be the audience that you choose. So you can choose everything from location to specific ages, genders, and then detailed targeting. So in this instance, Fletcher Goods being a outdoorsy camping type of business, wanting to then target people who like things like camping, fishing, outdoors. Next is going to be placements. So you want to hit manual placements. And Facebook does part of this for you, where it only allows you to choose Instagram. But in this case, with the one I'm going to be setting up, I'm going to be using the square image for feeds, right? Because it actually says here, we recommend square images and vertical videos. An Instagram story, because the Instagram story is a different dimension. So, but you can do these message ad template ads into Instagram using stories as well, that where they click the button on the story, it will do the same process. So, but in this case, I'm just showing you Instagram feed placement. And then down here, you can change, if you have a bid control or if you want to change the optimization for the delivery. So once you're done with the ad set, then you click on new ad. Then here is where you're going to put in the creative and the text. So add creative, click on add media, and then add image. And then you hit done, and you see it there. Then you want to put in the text. And I always let people know the next step, right? So giving them that call to action and then what they should expect. So call to action, I choose send message. You can choose learn more, shop now, whatever you'd like from the list that matches. And then for the message template, if this is the first time that you've used this type of campaign, then you'll want to create new. If you've already created a previous campaign, click on use existing. But this case, we're going to say plus create to create a new one. And then this is the default of what it gives you. So first you can change the text. And what I do is I like to put in the person's name, and then I reference what was said in the ad and then give them the next call to action. So I say, hi, first name, to get your 30% off discount code, click the send button below or reply with the word discount. The reasoning behind this, if for some reason this send message doesn't show up or whatever, there's always this option for them to reply with the word discount. So you're still giving them the option and the ability to get to the next step if for some reason there is an issue. So then what I do is get rid of all of this. And then here in this first question, remember how I copied that keyword inside of ManyChat? I'm going to paste that here. That I want 30% off. So then this is what they will see. They'll see this send button, and then they will click that, or they'll reply with the word discount here. And then you can save this template. You can save it as, 30% off discount code. Then that way, if you want to run a future campaign for 30% off, you can just use this same template. So we're going to say save and finish. And then all you have to do is hit publish and you're good to go. And that is how you set up this message template ad that goes to Instagram DM. And we'll see you on the next lesson. Hey there! You may have been cruising around the ManyChat site or community and hear the phrase 24-hour rule. And you may wonder, what the heck is that? Well, if you're new or if you need a refresher, we're diving into the details of what the 24-hour rule is and why it's relevant to your usage of Instagram automation by ManyChat. The 24-hour rule states that with Instagram automation by ManyChat, you can only start a conversation with an Instagram user, aka a ManyChat contact, after they've messaged your Instagram account first or interacted with your automation, like clicking a button. If an Instagram user does message you, this opens a 24-hour window where you, the business, can message them as many times as you'd like with any kind of information. After the 24-hour window has passed, you can't message them using Instagram automation by ManyChat. If you'd like to follow up with a customer manually, you can message a contact using ManyChat's live chat within 7 days of your last interaction. If you use the regular Instagram mobile app or the Facebook inbox, you can always message IG users at any time with no restrictions. On Instagram automation, after the 24-hour window has passed, you can only message the contact if the contact reopens the 24-hour window. So contacts can reopen this 24-hour window by either messaging you, mentioning your Instagram account on their stories, or clicking a button in the conversation. So let's take a step back real quick before we talk about ways to create a successful chat marketing strategy with the 24-hour rule in mind. The 24-hour rule is a rule from Facebook and Instagram, not from ManyChat. They created the rule because they want Instagram users and consumers to have a good time on Instagram and prevent spam. They have found that the most valuable conversations are the ones where customers start the conversation with the business. This is why you can't, for example, message your entire follower list using Instagram automation. There's one exception to the 24-hour rule on Instagram, and that's the Comments Growth tool. ManyChat's Comments Growth tool allows you to send a message on Instagram to an Instagram user who comments a specific thing on a specific IG post. IG users might comment on a post at any time, so this allows you to message them after that comment. Other than the Comments Growth tool, there's no way to message your Instagram contacts on ManyChat after the 24-hour window is closed, unless you use live chat, your Facebook inbox, or the regular Instagram app. So to sum it up, the best way to overcome the 24-hour window is to make it really easy for customers to start a conversation with you and your automation. And really, that's the benefit of Instagram automation by ManyChat. Use all the powerful features plus Instagram itself to constantly engage your customers and always be chatting. I know that this was a lot of information, so you can always head to our community if you have more questions about the 24-hour rule, our support team, or the blog. Thanks, and we'll see you in the next lesson.